Welcome to the interview segment. This is Talkenomics, and today we are speaking to you about e-commerce. We have had a lot of discussion in this respect. Recently, we did witness the coming in or the visit by the Chief Executive Officer of Alibaba Group, that is Jack Ma, and there seemed to be a growing appetite for East Africa and particularly Kenya in as far as the e-commerce businesses are concerned, setting up physical stores or layers and offices within Africa here in Nairobi. And today we'll talk to you about an interesting concept all the way from Nigeria, and that is, it's called the Traders of Africa. Traders of Africa is an organization, an e-commerce organization that is run by a lady from Nigeria, and her name is Uzo. And Uzo, welcome to the program. My name is Mudibo, and we're happy that you found time to speak to us. So talk to us about Traders of Africa. Who are you?
Thank you, Mudibo, for having me, and thank you, K24, really. Traders of Africa is a group, I keep saying, is not the product. It's a group of young, dynamic innovators that are interested in changing the way trading is done in Africa. So the byproduct of what we are doing is that we've developed a marketplace for the showcasing, the buying and selling of products grown, produced, or manufactured in Africa only. Okay, we aim to not just foster intra-Africa trade, but also to deepen the trade between Africa and the world. That's what it's all about.
Fantastic. So then, isn't that self-limiting if you say you only want to deal with African products? We see in Kenya, for example, I'll give you an example, most of the products we do, some of them imitations though, come from China. And most of the conversations you see online, even on products, on selling and buying, have to do with this product. So then if you say it must be a Kenyan product for it to appear on a platform, don't you think that is self-limiting for a business?
It's not self-limiting. It's a niche. That's why we're different. Okay? Because I know one of the questions you're probably going to ask me is what differentiates me between a Jumia, a Konga, or an Alibaba, for instance. And I will tell you it's because we only deal with products coming out of Africa. Everybody can buy. Africa is an emerging market. There's so much. The growth potential in Africa is huge. And that's where we want to be. We want to showcase what is obtainable in Africa to everywhere in the world, so that people know what they can get from here. And of course, this will lead to development in Africa. Because if people know that all the raw materials that they usually we buy all over, and they can get it in one place, they would rather probably put on their factories and all that in Africa, in that location, so that they don't have to, freight and transport, the logistics involved in taking raw materials from one place to the other.
And your launch that is happening in Kenya happens to just come a few days, not long ago. The Mall for Africa came into the country. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, so many other e-commerce institutions have found some form of appetite towards East Africa and Kenya particularly. Is there anything unique that you see, of course with the exception of the fact that any business has to expand, and from West Africa, why expand to East Africa and not North Africa or South Africa?
You see, there's something I like about Kenyans. You guys are so loyal to your country. That's commendable.
Oh, really?
Yes, the Kenyans have met. Everybody, why us? They are so proud about their country, and I like that. But, not just to bust your bubble, this is not just about Kenya. It's about Africa. So I'm just a Nigerian, and the platform is Pan-African from day one. So we're starting up in 5 African countries and expanding to more of West African, East African, and South African countries. Of course, Kenya is good because, you guys are very literate. I've seen a lot of literate Kenyans and internet savvy. So maybe that's why e-commerce platforms will want to come to Kenya because, you have a lot of people that would be want, just like Nigeria, for instance, you know. But that's not just the reason why we're here. The reason why we're here is that we're going around Africa. We will be in 54 African countries in the next 2 years. That's the challenge we've set for ourselves. We're starting with 5. We're adding 11 in the next 40 days. So we're scaling quite fast because the aim is to be everywhere in Africa. If you want to think, if you want to buy anything from Africa, if you think of TOFA, Traders of Africa, that's the aim, and that's what we set, the challenge we've set for ourselves. It seems unsurmountable, but with the kind of team I have, I mean, those guys are out of this world. No CEO could ask for a better team than the ones I have.
Now, Uzo, let me tell you something. There is a very big risk in terms of dealing African. Most African products are not patented. You run a risk of putting a product on your platform that is not patented, and you might have legal issues around this. Have you considered that as a risk?
Okay, so maybe you're not even getting the way our platform is. It's a marketplace. It's not an e-commerce platform, the type of one that Jumia kind of runs. No, it's different. We don't own content. So is you saying this is what I have in Africa, made in Africa, produced in Africa, grown in Africa. You put it there. The people who want to buy what you're selling will come contact you. We are just a point of convergence. The only thing we own is technology and the ability to connect all the dots. That's all. So if you have any products, of course, we advertise on the platform to say, we also enable, I mean, we have various stakeholders that have come on board. EcoBank is partnering with us. They're providing escrow. We have some companies doing verifications. And we're also talking to government agencies that you know, have to give certifications that enables trade and export, you know, exports amongst Africa and to the world and all that. So those things will probably help you, but it's not part of what we do for you. Of course, there are other value-added services we will help you do, which, you know, will unfold as we go. Nobody starts a platform and tells you exactly what it's doing from day one. The total TOFA ecosystem is mind-boggling. Every month, there's something new we are adding.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Before I let you go, an interesting way to look at this is it is an opportunity for SMEs to thrive, to put out their products and reach a massive number of clientele. What then will be your end game in as far as ensuring that when you have these people coming onto your platform, they get best of services? For instance, if someone logs in and they want a particular product and they can't probably reach the service provider, what does your team do to intervene? Or do you just provide the technology and whatever happens after there, it's none of your business?
No, it's not. We have that. We've thought about that because a lot of people that are on our platform, the petty farmers, are not internet savvy. So we have something called purchasing consultants. You have to come to our platform. When you come, we are starting off, the trading starts on September 1. So, and prior to trading, what we have done is that we developed a web portal. And with that web portal, we have offices in those 5 countries that we're starting in. We have physically gone to suppliers to say, come on and sign on. This platform will start on September 1. You start trading. Already we have over 9,000 signed on. So if assuming we're to open this platform today, you have over 9,000 suppliers in Africa from across these 5 countries. And I'm talking about people that we've gone physically to see. I'm not talking about people that on their own from all over have gone to sign up for this. So that is the way. There's a lot of other services. We have something called purchasing consultants, who are the ones that will help you connect, especially to those people that cannot or do not have access to internet and all that. There's a lot of things we are doing. You just have to come up. Come, you go sign up and look at it. September 1, you see it.
So what is the website again?
www.tradersofafrica.com. And I'll actually enjoin everyone to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn at Traders of Africa, because we roll out all the information every day. We roll out, and a lot of things we already have. We've studied it. We are blessed to have, you know, all these other ones come on, and we've seen the mistakes that they've made, and we've tried to raise the bar.
Thank you very much, Uzo.
Thank you
We
so
really
much,
appreciate you
Bolivo.
for your time.
Thank you.
When you go back to Igbo land, greet them for me. Oh.
I will.
You will.
I will. I'll tell them. By the way, TOFA, like I told you,
Yes.
is a Pan-African company. It's not a Nigerian. I'm just a Nigerian.
Yes.
I mean, we have all the team. We have a Kenyan managing the East African region. We have a Ghanaian doing the West African. And we have people from all over. We're already talking to people in Southern Africa because South Africa is coming up in the next 40 days. And mind you, we are also bootstrapping. We haven't even gotten money from anybody. So, you know.
You're a good marketer, you know that. And you won't stop talking, so I have to end you right there. I was speaking to Uzo.
Uju is the name. Uzo is my husband's name. And I'm happy to take his name. The full name is Uju Uzo-Ojinnaka.
That is so long.
Yes, Uju is my own name. Uzo-Ojinnaka is all my husband's name.
Uzo-Ojinnaka.
Is my husband's
It's
name.
all right. Uzo-Ojinnaka Mrs. Thank you very much for coming to the program.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on Talkenomics. You had it. Tradersofafrica.com is where you need to be as an SME if you want to engage in Pan-African trade. And we'll speak some business more again tomorrow. Have yourselves a fantastic afternoon. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.